Hey, Dr. Donish.
Yep.
Do you know what happens if you don't get that sciatica addressed in an expedient manner?
Meaning fasty manner?
Yeah.
No, what happens?
Find out next on the 50 Shades of Pain show.
Was that a punchline?
All right.
Welcome to the 50 Shades of Pain show, where we empower our community with knowledge about pain, both physical and emotional, to give you the tools you need for optimal health. I'm Dr. Donish, Medical Director of Wellward here in Lexington, Kentucky, and I'm here with my co-host, Dr. James Escaloni. We're talking about your terrible punchline. What happens if you don't treat sciatica?
Oh, you got a pain in the butt.
Oh,
Did it.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Oh, yeah. But there's a lot more we can learn from that. You like that transitional word I used? But
Oh, geez, dude, you're killing me. All right. What happens if you don't get sciatica treated?
so this is a great story for you people at home. I am the oldest brother out of my family, therefore the best brother, right? Yes.
Arguable. Second
Okay.
sibling. Second.
So what does an oldest brother do if his mom is saying, hey, you can't go outside if you don't clean up your room? You take all the stuff out of your room and you put it in your middle brother's room so you can go play outside, right? Now, my second brother, pretty smart, he figured out if I don't get this junk out of my room, I can't play outside. Wait a second, I've got one more little brother. I'm going to take all this junk and my other brother's junk and put it in his room so I can play outside. Let him deal with that.
What, wasn't your little brother a Marine?
That's the second brother.
Oh,
Yeah, the youngest brother's the biggest one. I can't do that to him now. He'd pick me up with two hands and shake me, and he still can do that if he's watching.
so in other words, they gave you sciatica.
Something like that. But what happens with this is this situation with my brothers, think about it at home. If you've got a 5-year-old trying to clean up all that stuff, the carpet has like pizza face down. There's like markers with the caps off. And what happens with that? The carpet's never exactly the same.
I'm glad I don't have sons.
Yeah, that's how it is. You should see my house. But how is this related to sciatica? Well, if you've got somebody who has some sort of bad nerve root issue causing sciatica, there's often a lot of neural inflammation. How's your big nerve, the sciatic nerve, get rid of it? One of the biggest in the body, right? It pushes it on down until it's away from the big nerves towards the middle nerves. Those middle nerves are like, hey, I don't like this here. We should take a note from those big guys. Let's shove it all the way down until we're in these smaller nerves. And once it gets to the smaller nerves, those no other small nerves to push this to, and those nerves have to deal with the metabolism, the breakdown of the inflammation, and the changes that happen to the neural surfaces because of all that. So why is this such a big deal? Because that's going to make it so those nerves that are completely unrelated to your initial injury, sometimes years later, can have problems.
What's really cool about nerves is, your skin is composed of tiny little dots overlapping, those dots being cells. They make up your skin, and it's always turning over and renewing and becoming new cells. Your nerves are exactly the opposite. You've got a single nerve that lives up here in your spinal cord, and that single nerve runs all the way down into your toes. And it's a bundle of those nerves that make up the sciatic nerve. So if one of those nerves is irritated, if that nerve has an irritation at the root, it's going to create metabolic activity that it just pushes down further and further down the length of that nerve. So the tip of that nerve is all the way down into your toes, and that's why over time it's so hard to get resources back and forth from the tip of your toes all the way back up to the body of the nerve in the spine, that your peripheral nerves are the ones that see the most accumulation of metabolic byproducts or junk that accumulates inside of a nerve that's irritated or inflamed. And it's that furthest reach that your body has a harder time cleaning up. And so you get peripheral neuropathy is when the tips of that nerve start to get damaged and they just kind of fade backwards. What do you do about it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, well, you've got these tiny little vacuum cleaners you can put inside of the nerve and just suck all that debris out.
We don't have one of those at this office, though. If you can find one, please let us know at 275-4878. We'll gladly take that call.
They don't exist. We don't have tiny microscopic vacuum cleaners. The healthiest thing that you can do is just improve the circulation in your body, because circulation is the fountain of youth. And the more circulation you can get into your toes, into your calf that is just going to massage. Like getting circulation means you have to exercise. So your muscles are going to massage those nerves and help mobilize some of that fluid transmission up and down, thereby recycling and resurfacing some of that debris and metabolic byproduct. Circulation in and of itself will help also bring down resources to the distal or the furthest reaches of the sciatic nerve and repair, restore, help keep it healthy.
So some tricks that we have at Wellward to help any of you guys out who had sciatica, and well, now you're seeing some stuff a little bit further down. Well, we'll recommend great exercises. We can definitely do some things with treatments like electrical acupuncture. We've got a class 4 MLS laser, which is fantastic for neuropathic pain, but we even have more cool tricks for that.
Orthobiologics, things that we use to regenerate joints, we can also use to stimulate repair around nerves. And we've had great outcomes with people who have chronic sciatica, peripheral neuropathy. These are treatments that are not very common, but have really made some big impacts on the patients that we see. If you found this helpful, look us up on our other channels. We've got a great podcast called The Wellward Way Show. It's on iHeartMedia, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you're going to get Spotify. Yeah. You can also give us comments here on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page or Instagram. Just tell us what kind of content you would love to hear, what kind of questions you've got about your own body. We love to get responses and give you more accurate information for things that you're looking for. So for all of us here at Wellward, I'm Dr. Donish.
I'm Dr. Escaloni.
And we'll see you next time.